Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Yuto Moses here to give you my DVD review for the movie Night of the Living Dead. For many of you that have watched the original Night of the Living Dead, it follows basically the same storyline about people that have been running to this deserted house so that they can fend themselves off against these zombies that's been coming around the area. Many people may frown on me for this, but I like the Living Dead remake as much as I do with the original George A. Romero film, and here are my reasons. One, the characters in this are slightly more developed than the ones in the original. For example, the Barbara character starts out as a scared victim, and then she makes that quick transition to being this lean, mean fighting machine against these zombies. While the Barbara in the original, all she did was complain, whimper, and become ridiculously hysterical through the whole thing. And two, the zombies look a bit more scarier and convincing in this one, especially when it's directed by Tom Savini, who did a lot of the special effects work for George A. Romero's zombie films, and this was recommended by Romero to have Savini direct the remake, by the way. And by the looks of the zombies, they look as if they were once human, and that's what some of us like to see in these zombies. And three, the camera angles give it that eerie look, and I do like the shot of the moon when they show the opening sequence of it. I thought that was a really good shot. I do like the cast. You have Patricia Tallman as Barbara, Tony Todd, who would later become Candyman, as Ben, and Tom Towles, who plays the unbearable refugee Mr. Cooper. And they create a bigger conflict between Ben and Cooper, unlike the original, where they have Harry Cooper just backstab everyone several times like you wouldn't believe, and it gives Ben a lot of reason why he doesn't want to trust him or even like him.
Look, now you leave that door open. We may want to get down there. We may need to get down there if those things break in.
Yeah, sure. You want the best of both worlds. You get caged in up here, you want to be able to run downstairs. That's not the way it's working, pal. You want to get in that cellar, you get in there now, or you can forget it.
I'm not boxing myself in down there until there's absolutely no other choice.
And I'm not gambling with my daughter's life!
But regardless, I found Towles' character to be pretty likable to me, because he does make a few good points when the time came. Bill Moseley is also in the film briefly at the beginning as Barbara's brother, and I didn't know that was him after watching it a couple times at first, because personally I thought he played one of the rednecks near the end because of how he was dressed up and his voice. He didn't sound like himself, and in case you don't know who I'm talking about, he played Top Chop from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Tom Savini was very loyal to the original when he was making his version of Living Dead, and doesn't try anything that would make you be off-putted by it, or anything that would try to irritate you. And there is the fact that this remake is a note-by-note one, where, like some remakes are. But here's the thing. Some versions of the original films work right in the right hands, while others don't. Like Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear, for example, was great because he added themes like religion and human morals that would work well with the story and would be used vitally throughout, and had characters that was written differently so that they would vary from its last version. While there are some reimaginings like Psycho, which was a shot-by-shot film, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which didn't benefit a lot from the original and didn't have characters that you liked. Both of them suffer from lazy writing and characters that you didn't like, that wasn't given any effort to them, or they didn't interest you one bit. So the 90s Living Dead, I thought, was really good for a remake. Although you did see characters do a lot of stupid actions, and there are some plot holes in the film. And like I said before, the gore effects are great, but it never turns into a real gore fest in it. It's pretty maintained for a horror movie, period. Not going to go say zombie movie, because this is kind of one of the least goriest zombie movies I've seen. And they do bring up a point of why they can't just run across the field to escape the zombies, because they are the slow, weak kinds of zombies. Hell, even Ben could beat the crap out of a few of them. And when he kicked one of them out of the house, they just started flying out of the door. I'm not kidding. If there was ever a zombie apocalypse like that, I would have a ball killing them. So, overall, this is an alright remake for you to watch, and a lot of you may not give it a chance because of it, but I don't know what else to say, but just to watch it. Out of 5, I give it 3.5 out of 5. It's an alright remake, but it isn't that, oh my god, it's so awesome, Dawn of the Dead kind of praise remake, but I think you'll like it. Now, even though on the back it doesn't say any special features on here, I did check out the main menu, and you get a small featurette making of Night of the Living Dead, a audio commentary by Tom Savini, and theatrical trailer. So, that's all for my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Yuto Moses, signing out.